AJ had mentioned, it was hard because we were trying to think back to the beginning. So you guys gave me my mind a run for its money because I'm like 30 years ago. How do I think back to memories from back then? And really thinking about it, you guys, started dating. I was probably like 7 years old, and you so weird. But I do remember a specific thoughts I had at such a young age that I really not saying it, but I mean, I'm living real right now, and it's what it's built us to get to this point. But I do remember being around 7 or 8, and I would only come to the area to visit my dad for summer and holidays. So it wasn't often I was here because I was living in Palm Springs. But I remember when you guys were dating, my dad would pick me up. I'd be at my grandma's house in Guadalupe, and my dad would leave. And I remember thinking, like, where the heck did you go? Where's my dad? And I would hear a conversation between my aunts, like, oh, he's the girl he's dating, he's a gal. Like, why would he go to her house all the time? Is it that fun? But it was hard because that was the first time, I'm his firstborn daughter, so it was my first time ever having to share my dad, or having another girl, in the picture. And so, I remember feeling hurt, like that my dad wasn't there. But as I grew older, and obviously you've been in my life for over 30 years, I remember perfectly going through, teenager changes and becoming a woman changes, and you were the person. You gave me my thoughts. You taught me how to care for, myself. With, the struggles of becoming a woman and changes I experienced, and I didn't even have that talk with my actual mom. You provided that for me. Even when it came time to, I had my firstborn at a young age, and you were there. You were in the labor room as I experienced becoming a mother. And it just means so much to me to know that you placed such a big significance in memorable moments of my life growing up. So even though I may have been angry or, confused at, the start of you guys, I can't thank you enough. Even with you, it's crazy to think of. I remember being there as you were pregnant with my sister and pregnant with EJ, and I grew up just having Ed, and we have the craziest memories. But here I am now, the oldest of all these children. But it wouldn't have been possible without Val. And so I also wanted to take this time to thank you for not just being a part of my life, but being a part of my siblings' life, giving me this opportunity to have these siblings that I love unconditionally. And I know Priscilla mentioned, she grew up with my dad and didn't fight with him. And I truly do love the bond that you guys have created and instilled within my siblings. Like, I hear other people's stories of siblings that they don't talk to, they don't, hang out with, and I'm like, I can't imagine that. And it wouldn't be how we are if it wasn't because of my parents. Aside from that, I remember even thinking of my children. Even though this is tying in and making it official, if you want to call it that, you never made me feel anything less as a stepchild, or even with my children. You have the purest love. You are so generous, and the love you provide to them, to my baby, it doesn't go unnoticed. I remember even hearing when my sister was going to have her baby, I remember being so happy for me because I thought to myself, this is her first blood grandchild. But then now having them here, it's like I don't see any difference. You don't treat him any different than you have treated my brother's children and my children. And that speaks highly of your character because you are seriously the most loving mother, not stepmother, not so. You have been mom to me. And so I thank you for that. And I know a lot of relationships, a lot of people's life stories have a lot of downs and, struggles and hard times they went through, but if anybody knows our family, we have a lot of those. But I love it. Like our story would be so boring if we didn't have that. Like, don't get me wrong, we have moments where like, oh my God, did you hear what they're doing now? That's us! Like, that's our actual family. Like, I'm so happy and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm so happy that this moment is finally here. I don't feel it's making it any official like I mentioned, because you have been my mother. So I just wanted to say, I love you. I love you both. And I truly feel you guys are good for real. I know everybody says this about their parents. But really, like, you guys are amazing parents. And so I'm really glad to be able to be here and celebrate this special moment with all of us. All my siblings in one room is very, very rare for this to be. My family. So, cheers. Because I don't have my drink.
Cheers. Cheers.